really new to this automation process, or you're trying to learn, trying to understand something and don't know like how do you proceed further. Okay, so this will help you a lot. Today's workshop will help you a lot. Okay, so what I'm trying to show you, let's get into the topic directly. Yeah, it's recording. Okay, so let's get into the topic directly. This is my Dynamo workspace, and I'm having some sort of packages installed, you know, like what do you mean by packages? Generally, uh, the Dynamo have some default libraries. I mean, default nodes. Maybe there are like 100, 200 nodes will be there. Okay. So we generally call those as a libraries, library nodes. Okay. Just a second.
Please, can you speak in Hindi?
I'm very bad in Hindi. I'm very bad in Hindi. Not even
Oh,
10%. Okay.
okay.
Hmm. You can easily understand my English. I don't think so. I'm not
Yeah.
using such a business English. Hmm?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. So these are the stuff like from, if you have seen this, there is a text called library. Okay. From library, from dictionary to units, these are the default stuff. Okay. And the rest from the add-ons, whatever I have seen, it requires, if you are from architecture background, you need an architectural add-ons. If you are from like structural background or architectural background, I'm sorry, or MEP background, you need those add-ons. If you're playing with a clash or sort of a stuff, coordination add-ons. If you're using like some sort of documentation set, so documentation add-ons. So how do you come to know which add-ons needs to be installed? Consider you are completely new. Generally, a person who is very new to the coding, new to the Dynamo, the first step what they do. For example, if you wish to learn something new concept, what do you do? Guys, tell me, how do you approach? What do you do? Meanwhile, I have something to do here. I'll get that done. Tell me, guys, if you are very new to this automation and if you want to start learning, what are the resources that you generally follow? Let everyone know. Tell me. Hmm? I'm asking everyone. If you can't speak, at least use chat box to uh, get these replies. I'll just I'm deleting all those packages. I'm deleting all the 62 folders. Okay? I'm deleting everything. Tell me, I didn't receive any text. Basic idea of the Dynamo. Yeah, if you have a basic idea, that's fine. But if you don't know anything, or else you're trying to learn something, so what is your general procedure? That's what I'm asking. What is your general procedure? How do you proceed?
Try in the Google if there is already an existing script for what
Scripts.
the solution will be for.
Very good. Google. And second one, YouTube. Okay. Then else, what else? Good answer. Then,
And if you have the packages already
hmm,
listed in the YouTube or the
hmm,
website,
hmm,
directly go download the packages and try to recreate the same script.
hmm. Cloning, you mean, is it? Perfect.
Yes,
Then, what else? Then, what else?
and you need to know what is the end results you are looking for so that we can work the backwards.
Hmm. Okay. Good. Then, Try to learn from step by step from basic. How do you know which is the right step, which is a wrong step, Mr. RP? How do you get this step by step process? Since you don't know what is it exactly, okay, like how do you come to know that, which is exactly the step by step from the basic? Hmm? Okay, try to take help from ChatGPT. Oh my goodness, very advanced guy. Nabil, good, good. I didn't expect this. Okay, try to take help from ChatGPT. So how do you ask ChatGPT then? How do you ask ChatGPT, Nabil? From tutorial videos, RP. Okay. Do you have the complete, you know, the sessions which help you to become a BIM automation expert? Do you have any such resources or any in anywhere in YouTube or in Udemy, LinkedIn Learning? Generally, I do follow either Udemy or LinkedIn Learning, or else there are some other like Skillshare. There are a few more like online platforms. Okay, so if I'm very new to it and if I'm eager to learn something, so this will not help you to become an expert for sure. The reason, this is a tool which you're going to implement on your live projects. You cannot get the complete knowledge in matter of 2 to 3 years. I don't know how they're saying like learn Dynamo in just 2 to 3 years and become expert. Arey Baba, for one single concept, I take 2 to 3 years to explain that. How can I mean, how can a person learn the entire, you know, the concepts in 2 to 3 years? Really, I don't know. I'm not blaming others, but seriously, that is not at all possible. If you wish to learn something, I'll tell you, only this Python interface, I do take like 7 days, just a Python interface, because I don't want you to forget about the coding. If you got stuck somewhere, you should able to act like a technical person. You should not depend. If you're good at coding, forget about it. If you're not good at coding, at least you should be good in the tool. If you're good at coding, not only in the coding, you should know if you got stuck somewhere with the technical lens, you should be able to handle it. Okay. So within 2 to 3 years, no. And there are no such resources on YouTube, like it makes you a expert since they're not in a proper direction. Seriously, I'm telling you, they're not in a proper direction. Direction in the sense, like, you first have to start with A, then you have to go with B. Like how we, when we are when childhood, A, B, C, D. It's not like B, A, C, D or B, A, D, Z. It's not this stuff. Okay. So when I'm very new to the Dynamo, I know like where it is. And when I open the Dynamo, this is my interface. It's like a Revit template without having anything. So I don't have any external resources now to handle to learn something. Now, how a person start with like a Google. So I'm in need of, tell me any script. Tell me any script. If you want to automate something using Dynamo, what is your first choice? What is your first? What do you search for the first one in Google? Hmm? You want to automate something. What do you automate first? Anything. Just give me just for a
How
rough.
do you link Excel to
How do you link?
Excel
Hmm.
data to Revit
Hmm.
using
How
Dynamo
to how to link Excel data to
to Revit
Dynamo?
using Dynamo?
Revit using Dynamo. Okay.
Yeah.
Very perfect. Okay. So there are 13 steps which is saying that in Dynamo there is a extract location Excel. Hmm. Add Excel location parameter. Hmm. Okay. So
Transpose.
here we found set of nodes. Okay. We found set of nodes. Add Excel location parameter. Okay. I got the location parameter. Let's consider we have a location. Okay. Import and organize Excel. What is this? what it is doing exactly here. Do you understand anything? Do you understand anything? No. But still, you're trying to place the first nodes. Correct? Let's go with like one by one. Okay? It will take some time. Just try to understand very clearly. So first, the node which is saying like a categories. I'll say categories. Try to follow the same. And all elements of category. All elements of category. Okay? So category has connected to category. Okay? And it is project information. Project information. Very good. Element dot get parameter value by name. Element dot get parameter value by name. Excel location. Excel location. So code block, and I just type Excel location. Okay. So I just connected this to this. Okay. So he didn't show the output here. This is the biggest drawback. Most of the in YouTube, the videos, they don't show the output of each and every single node. What it is exactly. Understand? Sometimes it may keep on changing. Based on the output, you should play with the nodes accordingly. Very, very important. Guys, whether you join my training program or not doesn't matter. But still, the things which I'm explaining you today will help you a lot to explore yourself without any fail. Okay? Just cross check what I'm exactly telling you. Okay? Nowhere if you have seen it I mean you can't see this kind of an explanations anywhere for sure. Okay, so I what it does exactly, what it happens, what this happens, why you have to place this node, what is this complete text, why did I connect the element to element, why did I connect this to this. There will be no such an explanations. Okay, let's see. The next steps are use these nodes to get an excel location text parameter. Excel location text parameter. Is it Excel location text parameter? I don't. Is it? Let me check. Did I get something in Dynamo? No, I didn't get anything. I did not get anything. What he exactly said, use these nodes to get the Excel location text parameter. But I didn't get anything here. If it means you got stuck here itself. So you can't play with all this. For example, where is it, like from where should I take this connection? File from path. Okay, file from path. So maybe he's taking the like connection from here. So when I connect this to this, it returns null since it worked in his scenario, not in your scenario. Understand? Is this clear? Is this clear? Exactly whatever it is listed, we have done the same, but we got stuck at the fourth place itself. This is called a script training. This is called a script training. If you follow the scripts from a blogs, from a YouTube, this is what it happens. Then you leave this. Okay, I'm not able to get anything. So this output is something else, and I'm getting a different output. But still, you keep on trying. You'll place all these nodes, but still you can't get anything. You have stuck at the fourth node itself. But if it is a conceptual training, if you got stuck, you will be knowing that why you got stuck over there, what the node is expecting, or else you will not follow this method. You will be having another step of processes. In the conceptual training, you will be having like 3, 4, 5 different strategies to play with that I'm gonna explain in the training. Understand? Okay, fine. I failed this scenario. Come back. I'll go with YouTube. Creating table using key schedule. Hi. Let me change this to the HD. at least to 720. Oh, this guy have an Excel document. File path, file from path, template instructions. There is an Excel document. So you must have that Excel document. Then you have to connect the file from path. Why did he use this? No explanation. List of items. Data dot input Excel. Data dot import Excel. Oh, this one. So this guy used this node, but what he has connected exactly file from path, which is expecting a file, and sheet name. Okay. And what else? String like file path. And what is this? Sheet name. Okay. If I connect all this, I got the data. What is this list of items? Okay, schedule. Compared to the previous one, this guy is okay, but this is not the one we supposed to see exactly. I think it's completely different. I want to import some sort of a data. I want to import the data. Here it worked exactly, but this is not the way. For example, I have some sort of information like import export. I have exported a data and I have done some sort of a changes in the Excel document, and then I would like to the new data has to reflect into the same elements again. So this is the procedure. How do you follow that? If you keep on asking the same thing in action of learn, tap in here. Okay. So if I'm trying to search for the same, I can't get any kind of a scripts here. If you got some sort of a scripts, import data from Excel. Let me see. What is the procedure this guy followed? This lady. Very good. This guy have an element ID and level information, and I think it's a room name and it's a room number. Okay. Very good explanation. I think so. File from path. Even this in this video also, exactly they followed the same. Data.import Excel, file from path, file path, and string. Very good. Excel info, same list.rest of items. First item. What is the purpose of what is the purpose of this node? Specific category of elements to update. Huh? Tell me, specifying category of elements to update. If I specify, I don't have any nodes with the specify. I don't have any nodes with the specify, which starts with specify category. No,
That might be a custom node.
that might be, sorry.
That might be a custom node which is created by them. Like,
How do you get that
or
custom node? How do you get that custom node now?
try to look for the package what she is using.
How do you come to know that is which package? Do you text her? Hmm?
If we
Correct?
see like in the YouTube, if he has given in the down what
Description?
are all the,
Description, huh? Okay.
yeah,
Let
maybe in
me
the
see
description.
in YouTube. Let me open this video on YouTube and let's see if she did provide it. No, she didn't give any downloads or nothing. Hmm?
Mm,
Correct? Okay. Shall I tell you that? What is the reason?
Mm.
You feel that it is a custom node which is designed by her, correct? But not, but not. Okay, most of the people feel okay, they started searching for the exactly the custom node and they'll install a lot of packages. They'll copy that screenshot and post it in the BIM groups. They'll post it in the Dynamo groups. Where can I get this node? This node is from which package? Because I have come from the same background. I've done all these tricks. I used to, reply to each and every single video posted on a YouTube. Understand? When I was very, very new to it. And I realized that it is not a custom node. They changed the name of a node. Let me show you. See this? It's a category. Correct? She plays the category. But sometimes if it is okay, I mean, she is doing in front of us. Okay, that's fine. If not, some people will explain the script, which they already have. They already have. In such cases, we feel that this is going to custom node. Actually, this is a categories node and she renamed it. Got the logic? Got the logic? Hmm? Everyone? Guys, you got the logic? Hmm? Where we are wasting a lot of time. So this is a sort of a trick again. Okay. Well, so let me go next at what she's trying to do. Getting all the elements, element ideas. This again. Very good. Nice example. If we have any minus ones or if you have any nulls in videos, they will not explain like how to clear those. If any minus one, the entire script will be into the next level. You can't handle it. If you have any minus ones, or if you have any null values, or if you have any empty lists, then you can't handle it. If you clone exactly the same script and you started doing all this, you may face different challenges. So these are the bigger challenges. These three are like bigger challenges. And luckily you found one thing like it's a minus one. Generally, if there is a minus one, actually we have a 90 elements. We should get 90 out, the 90 values. But how did we get 91? Sometimes we have 100 elements, but at result, it will give you the 100 with the null values. With null values. If you clear these null values, you should change the complete list where you have 100 items. It is a trick again. Okay, so these are the problems you may face, and these kind of problems will not be explained in any sort of videos. Why? Because if they would like to explain this concept, the video it's gonna be like 15 minutes or 30 minutes, 45 minutes also. They have to explain everything. Understand? So this is the way it generally happens. Okay. So the next one, let's see what happens exactly. Filter by Boolean mask. Most of the nodes which she used, they are like the default nodes. Okay. So using these kind of scripts, you know, won't stuck you anywhere. Perfect. I'm okay. You can happily use the script. Okay. But let me go with few more. Hmm? Sorry. Excel write to file. Finally, Excel dot write to file. Maze dot write to file. Excel dot write to file. We don't have any such nodes. We don't have any such nodes. How do I, how can I get this script? How can I consider this thing if I don't have this? How do I come to know this, which this is coming from which package exactly? Correct? As exactly what you said, maybe we'll text them, or else we'll check in the YouTube description, like what kind of I mean, if they mentioned what kind of a package, from which package it is coming, and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so these are the general steps beginners follow, completely like a beginners. Okay, only a person who is completely into into the concepts, they can understand, I mean, why it is exactly, why I'm not able to see that, why I'm not able to see that. If I download the script and open in my Dynamo, I think if she could share this script file. Mm-hmm. We did not get this. Okay, fine. This is this is one of a area we generally follow. YouTube. Okay, we'll try to clone exactly. Okay, actually, Excel.try to file, it is an outdated Dynamo node. Try to file is an outdated Dynamo node. If you go and ask in a forum, uh, it will it will show you that okay, this is the outdated node. Okay, fine. So I'll tell you the best place where you have to actually search for a scripts. It's called forum.dynamobim.com. Don't look into YouTube or any Google. Don't use Google at all. Very bad. And don't follow YouTube. They'll confuse you a lot. Okay. Always, I do suggest you to go with forum.dynamobim.com. Let me copy this. Let me copy this in the chat box. Yeah. So I just copied the link in the chat box. Okay. Save it. Okay. Now let me. So I'll ask here. Import data. Okay. I'll ask here. Import Excel data to Revit. So Excel input data into Revit, import Excel data to Revit, room finishes or something. So where I'm having some sort of here is my YouTube video. I found someone solved this almost a year ago. Okay, fine. What is the problem here? The people actually who are looking for these kind of this kind of a problem, import Excel data to Revit rooms finishes using Dynamo. Someone have given the link directly here with a solution. I'm so sorry. I'm having some sort of throat infection. Okay, so I keep on getting all this. Like I have a room numbers, room names, floor finishes, ceiling finishes, and wall finishes. Okay, so wherever there is an F1, for the particular room, the floor finish has to be applied as mentioning here. Okay, how do you can ask me if the text which is showing in F1, how does how does you know how can we convert a flow material into this F1 material itself? How? Hmm? This is called typecasting. So if you have a text, you can convert that into an element. If you have a text, you can convert that into the element. Hmm. If you have an element, you can convert that into the text. If you have an integer, you can convert that into the element ID. All this, all this can be done with the Excel as well. Okay. So you can happily follow this one. Directly go to the solution. I would like to show you something. I need a DVN file. I need a DVN file to download and open in my PC. Yeah, I got it. I downloaded. Let me open the DVN file here. Okay. Extracting. I have a DVN file here. Okay. So let me open the DVN file in this Dynamo. Downloads. Okay. So what is this now? When you click on run, I can't say anything since what is the problem? Data.import Excel or file path not found. The reason we don't have a file path here. I mean, for this room finishes dot XLS. So they've given this room finishes 01 Excel path itself, like we have to connect sync this, and when we it is in 2018, it'll take some time. But what about Python script? This could be in 2 point. So this is a problem again here. This is the Python script he has written in 2018. And now we are in 2023. It's almost like 5 years ago. There were a lot of changes done between these 5 years. If you download this script and if you execute it, it may process up to here. Why? Because these are, frequently used nodes. These are the basic nodes and frequently used nodes, but the Python have a problem. This may not work. So how do you proceed further if you don't have the main node? That is again a challenge. Okay. So while you download any script, you can showcase that, okay, I have done some sort of stuff, but you have implemented in your live projects too. But in any interview, if somebody asks you to create the same script without looking into it, can you do that? Of course, you're good in searching for sort of notes and understanding. But if somebody asks you to create something from the scratch, very, very tough. Very, very tough. True, true. So exploring something, it's completely different to writing from the scratch. I will not help you to explore. I'm not giving you the ideas to explore in a different ways. Since that no, I mean it no, everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. But when it comes to this, when it comes to the writing, I'll teach you like how do you write your own scripts from the scratch. Is this clear? Okay. This is the another strategy, like we downloaded the scripts from the different areas. What if, let me close this, go with the old area, lines to ducks. Let me see. I have a lines. Create duck by create method. Just downloaded this. Let me open that in Dynamo. What are the general people, if you're very new to it, how you generally react? How do you exactly follow all this? If I click on run, okay. Do you understand anything here? Do you understand anything here? I'm asking everyone.
No.
Do you understand anything here? What is happening? Why this guy did all this stuff? Anyone? Okay, let me explain. Okay, we have some set of notes to play with. Actually, we have three different stuff. Delete, accept, control C, control V, create notes. Okay, and control C, control V, change the color to something else. Action notes. Control V. Query notes. Okay. So where if you don't have anything, if you would like to create some stuff, okay, there are some notes to create something if you don't have anything. If you don't, I mean, for example, I don't have a sheets. If you want to create a sheets, the node which helps you to create that sheets will call it as a create nodes. If you don't have something in the model and if you would like to create it, then we'll use it create nodes. You already have something with you. Okay, you already have something with you and you want to play with those. Okay, you're trying to play with an existing data. In that case, we'll use it as an action nodes, query nodes. I mean, it will not create anything, it will not move anything, it will not change anything. It just extract the information from the existing elements. Query, like inquiry, Okay, so we'll call it as a create an action and query nodes. Now, for the first time, if you have seen any scripts, try to segregate what kind of a nodes we have here, what it does. First of all, okay. So segregate in these three areas: create, action, and query. Again, Control C, Control V, change the color. I hope you are able to understand what I'm trying to explain. So here, input nodes, as well functions. Okay, so output nodes. This is a different explanation again. Okay, so this is the different concept, and this is a different concept. So you have to look into a matrix system. There are some sort of a create To create set of nodes, you will be having input nodes to create something, function nodes to create something, output nodes to create something. Again, you will be having sort of an action nodes as input, as function, as output. So query with input, query for functions, query with output. Same. Okay. So you have three, total 9. There are total 9 different concepts are there to understand. If you if you strike those concepts, now understand, okay, this is like an input to create something, to extract something, to get an output, to perform sort of a functions. You will be able to understand what is happening on the script. This is really, really important. Once you learned all the strategies, you could able to fix if you got stuck somewhere. These two element types, all elements of element type, this are called inputs. Inputs to extraction, like query, input query. Let me write. One is that and one is this. So this is an input and it is for query. Why query? I'm telling that I'm gonna connect you the mechanical system type and I want you to get all the elements of the particular type. So there are total 3 element types. It's giving you it's not creating anything. It is not performing any set of actions. It is extracting the mechanical system types of, with the there are 3 different types. How do I come to know that? How do you come to know which is a type of it? So this guy used element.name. Element.name. This is only for like reference nodes. There will be no use of having these nodes. We feel okay, there are so many nodes, but if you have seen any script which you downloaded, there are at least like 5 to 10 nodes will confuse you why they used it for reference. These are reference nodes. You don't need to consider those at all. They are reference nodes. So what it is saying, there are 3 different elements: supplier, returner, and exhauster. Supplier, returner, and exhauster. Okay, fine. Input query. I understand. What about this? What about this? Tell me. Hmm?
Query,
Same.
input query.
Input and query. So we are giving some sort of an inputs, okay, to get some types we already have. Duct type. Okay, what is it doing now? Again, this is also a set of reference node. Oh, this is saying that metered elbows T's, metered elbows taps and taps. Okay, this is also reference node. Keep these reference nodes aside. Okay, where we generally don't want to, only to see what is that. That's it, to understand. Okay, fine. So we are done with this now. Input query. Initially, it will take, if you have this script, initially it'll like 10 minutes to understand, to mark all this. But while you keep on getting a good experience on playing with the existing scripts which have created by someone else, you are going to, you can showcase it like your script. You don't need, I don't tell you to create something from the scratch again. Use the existing, but you should know like how to customize and implement on your live projects. That's really important. Okay. Yeah. So what is this width in inches, height in inches, offset in inches? User inputs. User inputs. Okay. The user has to connect these values. Why? What is it? 26? What is okay? Duct width, duct height, and offset. And maybe for that person, he is using inches. I mean, I think he is using like, the imperial system. Okay, and he wants to convert into the feet. But if you're playing with a metric system, we don't follow this Python script. We don't follow this, Python script. So you got stuck here itself. You got stuck here because you don't want to use this. If there is no, I mean, if there is a break happened, you cannot continue further. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You have downloaded up to here, it is working very perfect, and you're able to understand, you're able to recognize what is an output query, what is an action inputs. So you could able to, understand anything and customize it. But there is a problem where you didn't expect that. This guy have created for the imperial system, not for the metric, and you don't know how to fix this. Then you got stuck out there. Understand? But if you know how to fix this, you will be coming to know how to change it exactly. Let me show you the recent AI, how it implements, how it changes everything. Control A, Control C. You don't have that script exactly here. Let me close this. Someone texted me, I'll use ChatGPT for you. I think Nabil. Mm, Nabil, correct. So I'll use ChatGPT. Nabil, you there? I think he is here. Nabil left. Oh, okay. We're back. So act as a Rivet Python expert. So why I'm telling this, like if I want to communicate with a politician, I have to tell that it's like, act as a politician. If I want to talk to a teacher, like a Hindi teacher, so I have to tell act as a Hindi teacher. So whatever you are convenient with, whatever you are going to discuss about, you have to consider. For example, if I want to write a content, so I want to tell that as an act as a content writer. Now here I have a problem that has to be solved by someone, so that someone could change his face into the Revit Python expert. A Revit Python expert can only fix my issue, like my problem. So I'm telling that act as a Revit Python expert. I have a code which converts inches into feet. I want you to fix the code to convert into centimeter. Okay. So I'll just copy that code and hit enter. Done. So conversion factor, it's like a 2.54 with underscore CM and W into. So whatever you have connected, that is coming in the inches, and inches into 2.54. Now it will convert into this. Now the width will be converted into centimeters. The height will be converted into centimeters, and it will return exactly the same. So copy this code and go to this and paste it here. So simple. Paste that here. Okay. So out width centimeter and height centimeter. So let's say run Python. What happens? It has converted 66.04 and 30.48. And it is in a centimeters. And there were no changes again. There are no warnings. There are nothing. You can use the chat GPT like this if you got stuck somewhere. Understand? Okay. Now, what it is happening, what is the 0 and 1? This process is called indexing. I'm telling you whatever, indexing. And this we use ChatGPT to fix. ChatGPT to fix. Okay, again, this concept is called indexing. Why we are using all this? And what else? Indexing. This is also called indexing. So again here a Python create a duct and delete line. Here it shows empty list. Here it shows it is an empty list. I don't know why it is showing an empty list. Even let me click on this. Okay, I'll just copy this code. I'll copy this code. Okay, now try to understand what I'm doing exactly here. Again, act as a create Python. This time tutor. This time tutor. Okay, so even expert and tutor. Expert and tutor both. Okay, I have a private Python code. I want you to explain every single function and single line in detailed explanation. Just copy and hit enter because I don't know what it is exactly written. And if I could able to understand something, then that will be fine. Okay. So importing necessary libraries. Okay. To handle the script, I need some sort of libraries. Okay. Revit API UI. And from here to here, this is importing the library. So you don't need to bother about it because that is not a code. It is like a template. Fine. Next, getting the document and UI document. So what is this document and UI document? These are called if I want to play with the current the elements in the current document, I have to use this. If you want to play with the UI of a current document, this is the one. Okay. So doc is assigned the current active document. See, it's very clear. And UI is assigned the active UI document using document manager. So system equal to unwrap element in0.id. I don't know what it is exactly. Unwrap element is used to convert Revit elements from Dynamo wrapper to Revit API elements. So there are two things again here. So whatever the Revit elements you have to convert that into the Revit API elements, like into the Dynamo elements. Wrapping and unwrapping. Like if you gift someone a like gift, so if they want to enjoy the completely, they must unwrap it first. So that is what unwrapping here. Okay, so there is a detailed explanation. What do you mean by unwrapping? I think it will take 20 minutes to explain what is an unwrapping. Okay, so how it works exactly and everything. Okay, I explain in 1 or 2 minutes. Unwrapping element. Okay, so retrieving start and end points of a line. Oh, start list and end list for an item. Okay, so if I want to do a change, I can connect a start list, I can connect an end list from the, you know, from the Dynamo. In the Dynamo, I can mention where it has to be started and where it has to be ended. Where what? The duct lines. Okay, so it will consider the start and it will, sending I mean, if I'm sending in a list of lines, then it will send one by one and get the things done. Thus, you can't understand everything in one, in a one sitting. You need a lot of things to be covered. So there's a creating ducts. So the deleting lines. After creating the ducts, I want to delete the lines. So I want to see the output. How can I see that? And everything, like, I have a detailed explanation. If you are good in a basic Python, you will be able to understand this and you can fix by yourself. You can customize the complete code as like you want. Understand? That's what I'm telling you here. Okay, you will not get these kind of resources anywhere. That's for sure. Okay, so without a basic idea, without a proper direction, you can't learn anything, in a correct process. Otherwise, you will be learning something. But if you got stuck somewhere and you're not, you're not good in that area, again, it likes you completely zero. I mean, when I was very new to the Dynamo, I used to see every single script and I used to maintain like hundreds of scripts. Out of those, for example, if I have 100 scripts, 90 scripts are WAP only. Only 10 scripts may used to work because someone helped me to achieve that output. If no one helped me, kalas, they'll still learn WAP. In another company, well, I'll join. I used to showcase only those 10, scripts in my interviews. This is what I could save like 4 hours. I could save 10 hours. I could save this many hours using this script. I can create a lot if you allow, I mean, if you give me a chance. So I used to, nobody offered me. Like, then I started promoting myself. I do that, this. Then I got the opportunities from the LinkedIn. Those who have seen all my opportunities come from the LinkedIn only. That's why I do suggest my students to always be active on LinkedIn. Okay. Well, so this is the one. And after that, if you have customized this, then you will be coming to know what you have to do exactly with this. Otherwise, it shows empty list. The first one is an empty list. This one is an empty list. This one is an empty list. This one is again an empty list. You don't know what to connect exactly. You don't know because you don't have any areas to connect something to this. Understand? Okay. So this is what exactly. If you have downloaded any sort of scripts, there are a lot of challenges in it. It is not that easy to fix a script. Parameter transfer data. What else we have? Okay. Why not? I use a chat GPT for Dynamo learning. That is also a good thing. What if, let me ask, act as a Dynamo expert. Act as a Dynamo expert. Okay. So let me make you more lazy because I don't want you to use your brain at all. Okay. Because if you would like to write a script and you don't know, you're not getting the logic behind it. Okay. So act as a Dynamo expert. Uh, can you create a Dynamo graph to import the same which you have asked? Import Excel data into the Revit using Dynamo. Okay. Inputs. I'm having rules and the numbers. You know. Okay. Whatever. Just for an example. Room numbers. Um, to be renamed by adding fx era underscore something. For every room name, I would like to add era Primera standards. Okay. Okay. So let me hit enter. Oh, this is giving the Python script. Did you use any word called script? No, right? It's a graph. It's directly giving you this. Okay, fine. Forget about the inputs for the timing. Let's see how it. Yeah. So read the Excel data. So what it is exactly telling you? Arey Baba, can you give me? Ignore this. Okay. So let's go from the beginning. Read the Excel data by using excel.read from file. Excel.read from file. Okay. Node to read the data from an Excel file. Okay. Connect the file path into this node. Connect the file path input into this node. Input to this node. So I have two nodes here. Excel.read from file and file path. I don't have. Is it? Read from file. I have an image.read from file, but I don't have excel.read from file. Why? Because this is the old node. This is the old node. I'll tell that. I'll tell the Dynamo. Let's see. Use wait 2024 packages and nodes. Okay. Okay. So now it's telling install Archilab and Clockwork packages to get this things done. Okay. So read Excel data. Excel.read from file. There is a node and node from to the Excel file. Generally, it's supposed to give you the right set of thing. Okay. But still it is showing the outdated content. Generally it will give you, but don't completely rely on this. It will help you to get you the logic. That's it. Okay. If you want to get the complete, you know, the updated structure, you must go with ChatGPT 4.0, the new version, which allows you to, which is using the advanced AI engine. This is a very outdated one, 3.5, which is like it has a content before 2021. After 2021, it doesn't have anything, no update, nothing. Okay. So if you want to use this 2023 or 2024, I do suggest you to go with to upgrade. Clear? Okay. So then it will give you the exact node. Okay. Or else you can ask, okay, even though if you are aware of a concept, okay, this is an existing node. This is an existing node. How do you come to know that? There are some sort of strategies to learn this. Let me show you. Dictionary.dynamobim.com. I'll search in 1x, read from file. See, in 1x, you can see that. Let me check in 2x. Let me check in 2x. So if you can't find any node, you have to come and give it try here. Read from file. So we don't have that image in this. We have an image in the 1x. We don't have that image in the 2x. The reason that is the old document, and that is the old one. You don't have the node in the 2x. If you don't know, there is a processor to check in this dictionary, in the Dynamo dictionary. You got stuck somewhere and you'll be wasting a lot of time to understand the basic one. Okay, fine. List.transpose, it's telling that use clockworks list.transpose. Actually, list.transpose is not from the clockworks package. It is a default one. It is a default one. Node and other list manipulation nodes to organize your data if needed. How do you come to know that? So I'll ask ChatGPT, can you explain 2.2 in detail? So it's giving you the detailed explanation. So even if you got stuck somewhere, you no need to bother, because you will not get everything, like, because it has some sort of limitations in data generation. It cannot generate the complete solution in one step, or in in one generation. Okay. So if you got stuck somewhere at the 2.1, you have to tell that. Can you explain in detail with the 2.1? After you have understood this, that's fine. If you got stuck somewhere again, for example, it has given you transpose the data. I would like to ask, what do you mean by transpose the data? Again, can you explain the second topic, transpose the data? What does it mean? Something. Transposing data is a mathematical operation that involves swapping the rows and columns. Very clear, very perfect. Again, so if you have the original data like this, it's showing you like you have an Excel doc. I mean, you have the data, the original data, name, age, height, and weight. But after transposed it, you are going to see that in name, age, height, and weight. So here the data is in rows, name, age, height, and weight. But here it has converted into the columns. Simple thing. So the ChatGPT is the best resource to understand and learn new concepts. And I don't suggest go to Google and YouTube anymore. Always prefer the ChatGPT. Of course, sometimes if it is not giving you the right uh, the content, it's not because of that problem. The way you ask the question. If you're asking clear, it'll give you the right answer for sure. That is called prompt engineering. That's called prompt engineering. So whatever I have written here, this is a prompt. Whatever I have written here, this is also a prompt. Understand? I didn't use any prompt engineering strategies here to explain you. Otherwise, you'll get confused. So there are 5, 6 steps to follow. So if I explain, if I do all this stuff, you'll get confused and the session will be extending. Okay. So you will be learning these kind of strategies in our training. So once you're done with the training, or when you are in the middle of the training, I don't like you come and ask me, Rajesh, I got stuck here. After the training, I don't want you to come and ask me, Rajesh, I got stuck here. Seriously. So since I'm a very, very lazy guy, okay, I do sleep like more than 10, 12 hours in a day. That lazy. But still, forget about it. Okay. So I made you the same lazy guy when it comes to the strategies. Understand? Okay. The way I explain you, that will be completely like a spoon feeding. Trust me, you're gonna enjoy the training like anything. You can go through my, you know, uh, the feedback. I mean, reviews on Google. You'll come to know the way I teach. Okay, because I'm gonna handle this training. This Dynamo. I mean, if you're completely beginner, uh, then I will be your tutor. Okay. If it's keep on going like level 2, level 3, level 4, so the trainers may keep on changing, or it depends upon uh, the requirement, or the trainers may change. But for the level 1, I'm the one. And level 2, mostly 80% I'm, if not, there is a guru for me, and he will he will be take care of this training. Okay. If my timings are not suitable for that, or if there are any less participants, then okay. Okay. Generally, in our Dynamo, we have 20 to 30 students. In last batch, I mean, in the current ongoing batch, we have 34 people, and they started playing with their own scripts. Seriously. Okay. So that is how it is. Well, So there are many things I want you to consider before you start learning by yourself. Okay, I have to show you some. Let me open any existing data of ours itself. Definitions. Let's say, can I use this clash coordination? I'll go with an element selection. That's a good idea. Perfect. Now see this. You have downloaded a script from somewhere. You have downloaded a script from somewhere. Okay. And you're not able to use it since you have warnings. You have warnings and you have an errors. Custom node definition is not loaded. Okay. What is this? Custom node definition is not loaded. Custom node definition is not loaded. Custom node definition is not loaded. There are so many errors. The orange color nodes, I mean, which is, which is changed its color, we called it as a warnings, cannot be resolved. It is saying that all elements by workset cannot be resolved. Oh, is it? Why? Don't know. What about this? Cannot be resolved. Wombat Dynamo. Cannot be resolved. Definition not loaded. So that there are so many. Okay, if you don't know from which package it comes from, that would be a problem here. Okay, so I mean, in the updated Dynamo, actually, this is $1 million question for most of the people. Like, they look something in a YouTube videos, and they don't know. I mean, the particular node which has come from which package. Even the person who is explaining the video, they don't tell that this node is from this package. This node is from this package. If they're telling that, then that would be fine. But they don't say that. Okay, they just follow the processor like how I'm following now. Okay, but here in updated Dynamo, we have a feature which shows that if any case you have the script, when you open the script in the updated Dynamo, there is a option called workspace references. So it will tell you Genius Loki, Ori, Practical Beam, Archilab.net, Bakery, Qser, Wombat Dynamo, Dynamo, Dynamo Iron Python 2. All these nodes, all these packages are required to play with. For example, let me show how it works. Qser 2. Okay, I'll install this Qser 2. Look into this. Qser 2 install specified version. I'm having a direct option here. Install the specified version, and it is asking, do you want me to download this? Yeah. Okay, no problem. Okay. See now, it's installed. And now that turns to the green tick. Okay. Now it's giving me, okay, there are no elements in that particular work set. Let me connect and see. Again, no. Okay. Just go to 3D, VV. Only the ducks. I'll change this work set. There's a work set here. This is not a worksheet model. new, that's let's click OK. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll select this and I'll change the worksets to that's now. Okay, if I go back to the Dynamo and when I connect this, it will give me all the elements which are on the workset. Is it clear? So this is what this started working because I have installed that particular package. If not, it won't work. So you should know like which package you're supposed to play with. Very important. Okay. There are a lot of strategies to play to understand, how to learn something. Uh, it's not possible when it comes to this because this is not a tool. This is not a language. It's a combined thing with a tool and language. Okay. So there are many areas you're supposed to learn. Okay. For example, I'll show you. I'll stop the recording here. I think this is generated. This was created like 1 year ago. 1 year ago. At the time, it was like 35 hours, 35 hours. But now it is like 45 plus hours. Okay. So in 20 to 25 sessions, we're gonna finish it. Okay. So it has extended. Okay. So the way we train, it's completely different. Forget about we don't bother about the training hours. Until unless you understand the concept, I keep on giving you the examples. If you don't understand with the first example, I'll give you the second one. If you don't understand the second, I'll give you the third one. So this is how it is exactly. Okay. So what are the things that a beginner follow? Mm, what are the things? That's it. I think so. Most of the people exactly follow the same. Nothing new to this. Okay. So do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Anyone? Do you have any questions? We have 10 minutes. Do you have any questions?
Uh, Hi Rajesh, Omkar here.
Yeah, okay. Tell me.
No, just wanted to know, what is the probable schedule of level 2 batch?
Level 2,
Yes.
next month.
Okay, okay.
Next month. Okay. Yeah. What else? Can you show an example for using Dynamo for architecture? Very good. See, when it comes to the architecture, it's a purely geometry. I don't know what's your name. Could you please text your name here? Z, Mr. Faisal. Okay, fine. So, let me show you a basic for so I'm having some sort of lines. I'm having some lines. I would like to convert these lines into the walls. Okay, so how do I do that? How do I do that? Wall dot bind curve and height. So here I am using some sort of strategies again. Okay, I'm using some sort of strategies again. If I want to play with, if I'm having lines and I want to draw a wall, so wall is my object. Wall is my object. So I would like to type a wall, but I have a lines, but I want to convert it to the duct. So duct is the object here. Ultimate, output is going to be the duct. So I'll start with the duct dot by the then I have to start search with. Okay. So duct by something, or else like tray by something, or else wall by something. Okay. So here I'm like wall by current height, current height. Let's say. So where are the curves here? Where are the curves? It is expecting. These are called inputs again, I'm telling you. So inputs doesn't mean you have a straight, like you have a straight away nodes, 1, 2, 3, and 4 nodes, and you will directly connect it to it. Sometimes to get this input, you may play with 10, 15 nodes from different areas. From the different areas, you have to achieve that what it is exactly expecting. Okay, so it's not that easy, like it has only 4 inputs. So 4 nodes, to total 5 nodes, not exactly. To achieve this, sometimes you may see like 50 nodes. And finally, the 50 nodes will be converted into the 4 outputs, and that 4 outputs will be connected to this 4 inputs. That is how it is. Okay, so curve. Let's say select model elements. Select model elements. I've selected model elements. So I'm having like a lines. These are curves. But this is expecting a curve and I'm having a curve. So when I connect this to this, it will not work again. Let's see. Height. Okay, when I hover the cursor on this, it's giving you the hint double. So double we generally call it as a number. 4,000 is the height. And at which level? At level 1, wall type, wall types. So I'll use some extreme block and something. I'm done. Wrong. What it is saying that Autodesk design script geometric curve. I mean, this is expecting curve, but I have connected a detailed curve that is expecting geometric curve. Element dot get location lines. Okay. So when I connect this to this, they're converted into the walls. If I go and check, I can see that, walls. Change this discipline to the coordination. You can see those walls now. Okay. What if I have a walls? I would like to add some sort of a rooms to it. These are very basic stuff I'm telling you. Okay, or else no, Rajesh, I'm having like I want to create a complex geometries. I want to create a complex geometries. I mean, you can, if you want to create a rooms using the wall boundaries, you can use this wall boundaries and place a room. So after placing a room, you can name those room name and room number as per the level, as per the zones and everything. But like levels information, you have to extract it from somewhere else. Zone information will be extracted from somewhere else, and that has to be synced with this. Done. Done. If it is a fire rated wall, you have to write in another condition. If the wall width is bigger than like get parameter value, so walls, and I'll use a string here, and I'll get the width. So if I'm getting like, I'm not getting a wall width here. That is width is a type parameter. Okay. First I'll get the type information, wall type, and I'll use Control C, Control V. and I'll connect this element to this and control V. Then I'll use it. Actually, we're supposed to have an element dot type node directly. So if it is a 460, now I have to write a condition. If the wall length, which is bigger than 300, if the wall length is bigger than 300, yes, true. Okay. So if it is bigger than 300, then I want to set Boolean values. Then I'll write filter by mask list elements. So these elements in the comments parameter, one of I rated one. One or five rated one. Done. It's done. If I go and check, I'll see this one or five rated wall. And if I check that, it will be one or five rated wall. Check that if it's one or five rated wall. One or five rated wall. If it is bigger than like 600, then I have to write another condition if it's like a 2 or 5 rated wall. So we can play like this. If not, I would like to create a complex geometries. Then go on by coordinates. Sure, Ankar, I'll help you. Okay, let's number 0 to 10, with a step of 2. Or just a second. Why is this very short? Just a second. Sorry, sorry. Okay, well, let's see 0. I'll just take correct this, and I'll say y value would be like a 5. Let's make it 0, 0, and I'll set it to 0 initially. Control C, Control V. I'll disconnect all this. I'll change this now x value to 15. Oh, no, 15. Oh, this is a y value. Okay, and the z value will be 15 again. Okay, I have another. So this time x value will be 30. That's it. Okay, I want to connect this into nodes curve dot by points. Nodes curve dot by points. So let's create running like 3 different points. I can see a curve here. I can see a curve here. Okay, I can see the curve here. Now I would like to better let me change this to 50. Center point will be like a 15. Okay, Okay, now I want to use this uh like a bridge or something like, let's say, translate geometry, and I would like to translate this. I mean, like, I would like to copy in another one on the in the y direction. The red color line which is on x direction, the green color line which is like y direction, the blue color line which is z direction. Okay, so translations are nothing but like a directions. Okay, so now I would like to copy this exactly the same thing like offset in a y direction. So I'll say 50 or let's say 40. This is something here. No, but I would like to see from 5 to 40 with a step of, I mean, I need total 15 items. I can see 15. I can see all this 15 now. Got it. Okay. All right. Now I have a total 15 curves. So these curves, these cross sections, what I can do with, I can convert this into the structural objects. I can convert this into the structural objects, or else start point, curve dot, start point. I got the start points of this. Do you see that? I got all the start points of this, and I want to get the endpoints of this. Curve dot endpoint. Curve dot endpoint. So I got the endpoints and the start points as well. Now I would like to convert these two lines. I would like to convert this into the two lines. Line dot by start point and endpoint. So these are like start points, and these are like an endpoints. I'm having some sort of lines enough. So these lines I can use that as the concrete, or else if I would like to do have a structure in this. No, we don't have anything loaded. If I try the same thing in a structural template, mhm, choose the structural project. Can I expect structure in this, or else I have to create a new project? Now if I go and check, yeah, I'm having like something. Now if I convert this, the curves lines into this structural, like curve, and if you have a lines, I mean the curves at levels, level 1 and structural framing type this, then you see the list of things in the model. Let me change this manage project units length, not in, I would have to say that in meters, because you have something here but you can't see. I have to reconnect this. Now you can see those. Do you see this now? Do you see this? Now, if you want to convert this to even the closed, the open, the curved type, exactly do the same thing. Control C, Control V. This time, I'll disconnect this. I can change the framing types as well, and I'll connect this to this. I think this cannot bend. Where are the curves? This. And where you can see the structure. Got it? Got it? Okay. So what about the rest? I mean, if you want to add a skeleton, I mean, you need a surface. To create a surface, there are set of concepts like surface dot by patch, surface dot by loft. Okay. So in our scenario, we'll be using like cross sections. So I will be connecting all these cross sections to this. Then I can see the surface on the top of it. Okay, so if you add a surface, I mean, if I can convert the solid surface into the solid, it can be. Okay, so all this can be done, once you learn the detailed, uh, the detailed concepts, not the scripts. Okay, so when it has to be what kind of a nodes will be implemented, used at what time, will be only happened if you have the concept knowledge, not a script knowledge. Okay, this is what I'm trying to convey from yesterday. Is it clear, Faisal? Is it clear, Faisal? Okay,
Uh,
if pipe modeling,
Rajesh, I have one more
yeah,
doubt.
yeah, Vamsi, tell me.
So the Dynamo script, by using the Dynamo scripts, can we even read the like add-in if you have some add-ins such as kind of a different types of
Different types of. Vamsi, I lost you.
hello, yeah, sorry, my mic
Oh,
was muted.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm saying like we have like as a for the company we have bought some add-in plugins.
Hmm.
So by using the Dynamo script, but the plugin was not exactly what we are requiring. It's giving us a data where we don't require the same. We require it in a different format. So can we still alter the plugin as well by using Dynamo? Like I just want to understand if the Dynamo is still able to read the add-ins as well,
No,
not only the Revit source objects, but the add-ins as well.
no, 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 not
That will not
possible.
happen.
No, cannot.
Because the add-in itself, if I'm not, it is running behind like behind it is running the script as well, right?
Dynamo is just it is just like a tool
Tool.
which can understand its own language. Okay, and that is the language. It is not even C sharp. It is not even a Python. It is a JSON. Most of the people feel that the Dynamo is a tool. Actually, it is like it is a web browser, like Google Chrome, like an Internet Explorer, like this. Okay, it cannot able to understand DLL kind of a data. Okay, so it doesn't
Got it.
have such limitations. Even in the Dynamo UI, no, we don't have. Okay, we
Okay.
can see the code and we can customize it. We can recreate the same C sharp code into the Python. That can be done. Like
Okay.
very simple, Vamshi. There is a website called Decompiler. there's a website called Decompiler. If you have the source code of the exe file, see what it is telling. Drop an exe. So when we drop that exe file, it'll show you the source code. It'll show you the source code of that add-in. So we can copy that source code and we can
And then
convert that
try
into the
to
Python script.
experiment it.
And simple. So if I ask ChatGPT to create exactly, I mean, I have a C# source code. I want you to convert that into the Python Dynamo Python code. It will give it for you, but don't expect the complete stuff. Not in
Yeah.
not in full. You have some set of modifications need to be done. Simple. Okay. So
Okay.
for these kind of a
Got it.
tasks, there are so many developers outside. Even we do the similar stuff. Well, if
Yeah.
any client comes to us and asking for any different stuff, we'll create it and we'll sell. Simple. We are doing the market with the same thing. Okay, good. So,
Sure.
good. Nice question. Thank you. And anyone else? Guys, don't waste your time. I'm telling you because automation is going to be a boom. And trust me, the people who learning this automation nowadays, they are going to rule with a better packages in next couple of years. Like you can again, it will become down for sure because if you're getting uh, if you're getting like something like 7 lakhs package, 8 lakhs package, you can happily expect at least 50% hike, like 12 or 13 or 14, above 40, 50 plus itself. I mean, percent itself. But if you've been there for the same company, like if you're expecting still the bonus is 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees, what a life it is. I'll tell you, I've changed almost like 6 companies in the span of 4 years. Go and see my CV. I'm not telling you to do that. Okay, if you feel there is no such a scope, if the company is not telling you to, uh, you know, do this, quit is not a solution. Prove yourself in the same company. If still they're not able to understand, then being in the same position is an idiotic idea. Idea. I'm not suggesting you to resign and look for another. Okay, and that too, in this time, it's very tough. If you lose a job, getting a position is very tough nowadays due to this pandemic. No, don't take that, don't do that kind of a like, okay, but will help you placing in the best positions with the better package. I mean, if you try yourself, it will take almost like an years. But if you join us, will and you prove yourself during the training hours, trust me, uh, it won't happen in years. It will happen in a month. Seriously, maximum 6 months. Maximum 6 months. Because this is a cooling period. Every person, if they would, I mean, generally the students who approached us will focus the candidates, will list out the candidates' names who are acting, I mean, who are very active during the training, and after the training, they are, keep on texting. We'll focus only on those candidates when, without asking them, will share their CVs. We'll share their CVs. Okay. The reason, um, if he is capable to get some X amount, why he has to stick for the less amount? That's what we believe. Okay. And the second major thing is he has invested something in our like a company, like on a training. That is like somehow a contribution because we have another area called NGO. We do train the people on different areas for free of cost. Okay. So they're like a contributors. If you're spending something, we'll maximum try to get it 10 to 20 times back to your into your account again. This is I'm not like I'm not talking like a marketing person, but this is fact. Okay, most of our students been placed in a lot of companies as an automation experts. If you Google a Dynamo on LinkedIn, whatever the result you are getting, most of them are my students. I'm proud to say that. You can see their reviews or their recommendations. I will be there. I mean, if you go to their profiles and see their recommendations they have given, I will be there. Okay, so that is how it is. Okay, so don't waste your time. Again, I'm telling you, money is not, it's not that important than the time. Okay, time is very precious. Money you will get it anyway. Okay, so in Maharashtra, very good. Let me yesterday I have told that BIM automation companies, yep, you can apply companies. I'll show you some. I don't know whether, I mean, what are the companies um, they are from exactly. So these are the companies total. These are very basic list. 123, WME, William Hague Group, Intech Infra Technologies, WME Rambol, Cosico, Neilsoft, Covi, Motmac, Tezzy, CAD Vertex, Tipsa, TPF, Arthbuild, Encircle Tech, Arcadis. So there are many companies. I think Exlice is in Pune, I mean Maharashtra. I think so, Omkar. I'm not sure. Okay, so if you Google this, or else if you copy this, you'll be coming to know this. Let me copy that in the chat box. I copied. These are the company profiles I've sent here. Okay, Omkar, for your reference. Okay, try. Clear? Clear? Okay, so these are like, I mean, we have a very huge list, almost like 2,400 companies. Out of 2,400, almost like 1,900 companies are into the automation. At least they have one or two, three developers. Let me show you. If I use LinkedIn, I'm asking for Revit API. Revit API, like people. There are 4,700. The 4,700. Okay, and the locations, if I use Maharashtra, India, show results, 302. Okay, now let's see what are the company, Revit API. Okay, Shrikant Pardeshi is a BIM modeler. He is good in Revit. I mean, he's a Revit API enthusiast. Prathamesh, he's a student. Muzib, Minaz, Somnath, Shoaib Patel, he is my student and he's working in Wipro. Wipro, right? Yeah, Wipro. He's a Wipro. Amit, Vaishnavi, Dheeraj, our student. Okay, you can see their certifications again. Okay, click next. So just follow exactly the same thing. Like, where are the company names? I think you have to, you know, go to their profiles to see the company profiles. I think is this you, Omkar? Is this you? Oh no, Omkar Patel.
Hello. Yes, yes, this is me.
It's you. Okay. Ajay Danayat, software developer, he's a student.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I'm actually a student, Rajesh, for level one.
Okay, okay. Is that you only? Okay, I understood.
Yes, yes.
Jaidev, Jaidev, Manoj Singaria, all are my students. Umesh is a student. All of them are Suraj Patel, Samir.
Thank you, Rajesh. I'm calling it a day.
Okay, fine. So okay, you can search like this, Mr. Omkar. Okay, fine. You're not supposed to join this, Omkar. Anyways, okay. So if you have any questions related to uh, any automation or anything, you can text me anytime. Everyone, okay, not Omkar, everyone. And if you wish to learn something, don't spend your money here and there on buying videos or not exactly, okay? Because I mean, if it is like 20, 30 hours, then I think that's fine. You can invest on it. But if it is for like 2 to 3 years, I mean, if somebody offering you become an expert in 2 to 3 years. No, seriously, don't go with it because it's very tough. Omkar is a student, level 1 student. You will coming to him, you can check with him every day. Like we'll kill 2 to 2.5 hours to explain a concept. Understand? Okay, so that is how it is. Okay, clear. Any other questions? 7 more minutes. Any other questions? Anyone? If you are interested in a training program, you already have my WhatsApp. You can text me on WhatsApp, and the batch is going to be started soon, maybe in next to next week. Okay, so the registrations are getting closed. Okay, let me know if you wish to block your spot. Clear? Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone?
Yes, yes.
Shall I take a leave?
Yes, Rajesh.
Okay, perfect. See you. See you. And once again, thank you so much for attending this workshop. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the 2 days workshop. And unfortunately, today is a Sunday, so we could see the most of the people. And now they will be texting me like, oh, for the recorded video. And I'm not going to share this recorded video anymore. Okay. So let them join for the next demo again. Okay. Fine. See you, everyone. Have a great career ahead. Thank you. Bye bye.